Some biblical stories tell of the participation of angels. These spiritual beings possess power and sometimes take physical form, even resembling humans. However, there are different classes of angels. There are the cherubim, the seraphim, and even a special class called Archangel. Which one is the most powerful? How many of them exist? If you wish to discover the true and hierarchical order among them, accompany our journey beyond the Bible. The word angel simply means messenger. When it appears in Greek, it is the word angelos, and in Hebrew, it takes the form of the term malach. In both cases, the meaning continues to be messenger. Generally, these words refer to celestial beings, but they can also be used for human messengers. It is important to understand that angels are spiritual beings, meaning they do not actually have an appearance or any physical body. Even so, they can manifest in a visible way. Their appearances can happen in two ways. In the first, God can give a person the ability to see angels through visions. In these cases, their appearance usually has symbolic meaning, since spiritual beings do not actually possess a physical form. In other cases, angels can appear as concrete figures that can even resemble humans. The angels who appeared at the tomb of Jesus are a good example. In all cases, these celestial beings continue to be messengers of God, regardless of which class they belong to. They work in favor of the divine plan and proclaim the glory and sovereignty of the Lord. Of course, I am referring to good angels. There are those who succumbed to sin and became fallen angels. The greatest example is Satan, the leader of these traitors. Well, angels can move through space or even concentrate in a specific area. In a poetic way, the prophet Ezekiel compared the speed of angels to lightning. Besides being an impressive comparison, it shows that angels are not omnipresent. Even though they are spirits, they are limited by time and space. Additionally, they cannot be in two places at the same time. Angels are more powerful than humans, but they are not omnipotent. They are rational, moral, and possess more wisdom than humans, but they do not have all knowledge which only God possesses. It is for this and other reasons that these beings should not be worshipped. Only the Creator should be worshipped. Another interesting detail is that angels do not die and they do not procreate. Well, all right, but among all these angels, which are the most powerful? Who obeys whom? Of course, all angels are under the orders of the Lord. None of them will have the autonomy or authority to command more than God. All are subordinate to the divine will. Regarding the angelic hierarchy, we need to understand that the Bible speaks very little about it. It is not a central or highly important theme. Even so, the scriptures make it clear that there are classes and different types of angels. They are mainly cited as an archangel and several angels. If there are more types, they are not mentioned due to lack of biblical information. It is difficult to delve deeper into this concept of hierarchy. Now let's understand a little more about each of these specific types of angels. To start, there is the first type reported in the Bible, the cherubim. They are mentioned in Genesis, the first book of the Bible, but they are described in greater detail in the book of the prophet Ezekiel. The first chapter of the book says the following: Each one had 4 faces as well as 4 wings. Their legs were straight, and the soles of their feet were like the hoof of a calf, and they sparkled like burnished bronze. Underneath their wings they had human hands, all 4 of them. All 4 had faces and wings, and they were joined together. They did not turn when they went, but each one went straight ahead. The text continues, stating that each of the faces had a different form. One was of a lion, another of an ox, another of an eagle, and another of a man. The cherubim have 4 wings and move in a way that they do not turn when they move. Their appearance is like that of smoldering coal with blazing fire and lightning coming out of their bodies. As previously mentioned, angels are spiritual beings and do not have a physical form. These figures seen by Ezekiel are symbolic and serve to demonstrate the great power and authority that God has bestowed upon these creatures. After all, the function of the cherubim is very important. They are protectors. Some of them were assigned to guard the entrance to paradise after the original sin. 2 figures of cherubim were also made on the Ark of the Covenant to guard and observe the mercy seat. The Bible also states that they are part of the chariot on which God descends to earth. Their main function is to reveal the glory and majesty of the Lord and to defend the holiness of God, which is offended by sin. The next category is the seraphim. They are only mentioned by the prophet Isaiah. The 6th chapter of the book begins with this description. In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw the Lord sitting on a throne, high and lifted up, and the train of his robe filled the temple. Above him were seraphim, each with 6 wings. With 2 wings they covered their faces, with 2 they covered their feet, and with 2 they flew. and they were calling to one another, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord Almighty. The whole earth is full of His glory." This description points to the extraordinary glory of God. It is so great that even the exalted angels need to use their wings to cover their faces in its presence. The fact that they cover their feet indicates an attitude of modesty before the King of the universe. The remaining two wings serve for flying, which makes them ready to fulfill the will of the Lord. Their main function is to stand before the throne of God. That is why they are considered to be watchers who attend to the presence of God at all times. They proclaim the holiness of the Creator in everything they do. Yes, the class of the seraphim is similar to the cherubim, with the difference that the seraphim are constantly glorifying the Lord while they are close to His throne. Since they are so similar, it is difficult to say that one class is above the other. The most likely is that they are equal and that they obey the Creator. The last class of angels mentioned in the Bible is the Archangels. In fact, the only one of this class mentioned is Michael. This may lead one to believe that they are unique, although some disagree. Michael being the only one is consistent with his position of leadership. Archangel means chief angel, and this class refers to powerful beings who lead the other angels. They are strong warriors, as Michael himself fought against Satan and the fallen angels in Revelation. Because of this position of prominence and leadership, many believe that Michael is the only archangel, the leader of the celestial hordes of God. Well, out of all the angels, this is the one who holds the most elevated position. Michael is one of only two angelic beings whose names are mentioned in the scriptures. The other is Gabriel, the one who informed Mary about the birth of Jesus. Gabriel is not mentioned as belonging to a specific class. In the book of Luke, there is a mention that the angel is always in the presence of God, which may indicate a possible elevated degree in the angelic hierarchy. There is not much information about this in the Bible, and we cannot say who is more powerful than whom. We know that they are all powerful and serve God. Additionally, Michael occupies a position of leadership and greater prominence throughout history. The angels have communicated blessings and executed divine judgments. This extraordinary service of the angels will again take place during the second coming of Christ when the day arrives. They have played a significant role for the glory of God. Thank you for your company, and until next time.